White girl, little girl, bad bitch with the curves. Come into my world, Domino slutty bitch. She suck on this pussy, beefcake all in me. Neat bitch, you drunk. Your pussy smell like funk. Ho, why is you here? Bitch, you better act like you know. Don't touch on my fur. You're a thrifty bitch or slutty bitch. I'm that girl, I get paid. You're a crummy bitch, hey babe. You better lay low. We having a stand contest, ho? Don't cha-cha, she's a hoe. Welcome to Vegas, go girl.
What is going on, entertainers? So today I'm coming to y'all with another video. So in this video, you guys, we're going to be doing an interview. Okay, so today we are interviewing New York City baddest. Okay, her name is Chinx, and she's on the most recent season of Joseline's Cabaret. So what is going on?
Oh my god, I'm so nervous. This is my first interview.
Don't be. One thing about it over here is the key. It's all fun, okay? So nothing to be nervous about, all right? So let's start off with like your name. So you go by the name like Chinx. So how did that like come about?
It was given to me, you know, like I had little eyes.
Right.
You know, chinky little washed eyes. So growing up, my friends just give me that name, and I kind of just used it as like a stripper name as well, because it was already my name. So I just kept it.
Right. And then of course we could hear from the accent. You're from New York, okay? I love the imitation on my channel. Like anytime your scenes come up, I'll be like, yo, it's like she begging. Like I love to do the New York accent. So like, what part of New York are you from?
I'm from the Bronx.
You're from the Bronx, okay? The beginning of Bronx, okay.
And I grew up in Mount Vernon as well.
Okay.
It's like a town over, but yeah, originally I'm from the Bronx.
On the Bronx, okay, period. Because we be getting into on this channel, we be talking about like the boroughs and stuff. Like on some of the shows, I remember it was one the boroughs were like beefing, so I always want to know like what part. Oh yeah, it was Daisy, because Daisy she was saying,
and then she was from upstate.
Bitch, you from New York, aren't you? I'm from Rochester, New York. Okay, and bitch, I'm from Harlem in the Bronx. What you talking about? I'm not born.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so we don't claim them like that, but
so y'all don't claim
that's the thing, you know, people take that shit seriously. Like they don't claim. They say anything out of the 5 boroughs is like
it's nowhere though. Okay. Now, before we get into like anything Cabaret, like what was growing up like as like a kid? Like were you into like entertainment, dancing, singing?
You know,
like what were you into?
So funny. I used to dance when I was growing up. I did African dance, I did step, I did hip hop, I did cheerleading, I did all of that. So to come on this show and be like, you know, it's easy for me, but it's like it's not my passion anymore. It's not.
Okay.
It's not something I'm into anymore, you know. And then on top of that, I'm like 100 pounds heavier, so it's like it's not easy anymore. Easier to keep up with it. So, but I actually used to dance.
Used to dance. Okay, nice. And then, did you ever want to like be like in the entertainment industry, like maybe do like videos for like artists and stuff like that? Have you been in any videos for any artists?
4 Bad's video, and D-Bills. He's like a smaller artist from the Bronx as well.
Okay, nice.
Recently I was in their videos, but no, this is not something it's just something that happened. I'm like, fuck it. Like
the bag was bagging.
Yeah, pretty much.
The bag was bagging. Okay, period. Now, what is your zodiac sign? Because one thing about Jocelyn, she big on zodiac. So what is the zodiac sign? We need it out.
Sagittarius.
Okay.
12/20.
So okay, period.
I don't remind her of her mom because you know she said she a Sag and that I don't know.
Man,
you know, Nick was a Sag and
she let her have it.
Yes.
But she likes you on the show, so I guess you don't. She like you, Chinx.
She says that.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I'll be having trust issues. So.
Now, what made you get into dancing in the club? Like, what made you get into that? Like, was that something that like came out through a friend? Was that something that you wanted to do just to get like a quick bag? Like, how did you get into doing that?
I don't exactly remember
Mhm.
like what happened. I just know I needed to pay for something, and I
Mhm.
was kind of just like on my phone like researching ways like to make money, and I
Right.
came across like this girl YouTube, and she was like just basically teaching strippers like, like how to keep up with their hygiene and how to talk to customers and how to make money and this, that, and third. And I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna do
Right.
this. And I went into a club in the Bronx on Hunts Point, and I actually just ended up doing it. And I think like the first night I ended up making like $600 to like $800. And I'm
Ooh.
like,
Right.
I'm like, yeah, I
Some
could do
people gotta
this.
wait for a week to make that.
Yeah, so it was just like, wow, like, this is something I could really, do for a long run. So
Gotcha. Now, are you still currently at Onyx?
in Houston, no, I actually
No.
moved back to New York. Like shortly
Oh.
after season 5, yeah, I moved back to New York. I don't live in Houston at all anymore.
Okay. Now, do you any of y'all miss it?
The money was good.
Uh huh.
The cost of living is cheaper,
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna lie, the nightlife is lit. Like they
Right.
be turning up in Houston, so yeah, I do in a way, but honestly, I had to get away from it.
Yeah, I get it. Because the thing is, when Houston, like, I'll be hearing it's like a hit or miss. Like, some people have told me it's like really, really good, and then some people are like, no, avoid it at all costs. Everybody moving down here. So,
I think now that everybody's finding out about it, and like, it's like the new Atlanta when the pandemic first opened up. It's like, oh, it's lit, but it's like, all right, it's oversaturated now. So,
mm,
maybe that's the issue, but I don't know. It's
right.
different for everybody.
Now, what is some of like your like dancing specialties? Like some girls like do pole work, some girls is twerking. Like, what would be your like specialty? Like some girls they like to do it to where they get into the conversation with the dudes. Like, what do you think is like your niche to where it's like you got that on lock?
I just shake my ass. I don't gotta I'm not gonna lie. I would be sitting here saying
Uh-huh.
like lying if I do anything special. No,
Uh-huh.
I have a big butt, so it's like I don't gotta do too much.
Right,
I
right,
don't
right,
do
right.
pole. I don't. Like you gotta learn. You do have to know how to talk to niggas, but
Right.
I don't do nothing crazy.
Now, what were
Mm.
some of your like favorite like shows like growing up, like watching, like before you got on television? Like, were you into like the Bad Girls Club, the Living Hip Hops? Like, what were you watching growing up?
I was into all that. Yeah, I used to watch Joseline, Law and Order,
Hmm.
everything.
Everything. Okay. So, what were your thoughts like watching Love Hip Hop Atlanta? Like watching Jocelyn? Like, what were you thinking? Like, oh my god! Like, what were you thinking?
She's unhinged and she's unapologetically her. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So she might do shit, but it's like you gotta respect it because she don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that's
I
true. Thing that she talked about on the show was like the dancing life and stuff like that. So like seeing that now, do you feel like she sort of like led a path for like girls? Because like we didn't get to see a lot of shows where like girls were talking about being dancers because she talked about it like a lot on the show.
Yeah, definitely. I never seen the show where they talked about dancers and like giving dance opportunities and stuff like that. I never seen it. She's definitely paved the way. I'll give her that.
Right. And then before getting on the show, did you watch the Cabaret?
Mhm. A fan of the show. Yeah.
All right. Were you thinking like, okay, I'm gonna never do that show? Like this is crazy, or like were you thinking like maybe one day?
I never thought about getting on this show. It was just kind of like, ah, fuck. Like, about it, like, okay, I'm on TV, but it's like, like I said, she's unapologetically her. So I'm just like, mm, I don't know. Like, I don't want to get ate up on TV.
Now, getting on the show, I know you did a story time. You talked about how like they found you like in a club. Like, so did they tell you all the girls that day, like, oh, okay, like we got the producers coming in, like they scouting for new talent? Like, were you guys prepared before, or like was it just a surprise pop up?
No, it was just a surprise pop up. I remember dancing in a section,
Hmm.
and they got a table across from my section, and they were just looking at me. They just kept looking at me. It was Melissa and then some of the other producers.
On there, because I know you said that they were adamant on getting you like on the show. So, do you think other people in the club told them like some of the drama going on, or do you feel like it was if like oh they saw they're like oh she's a star like we finna like put her on the show?
I just feel like, because I honestly had texted me.
Mhm.
they had a party, the black party, the next day.
Right.
When they curved it at first, I'm like, I ain't doing it. Like, and then I called my friend. I'm like, should I do it? And then she's like, yes, this is a once in a lifetime opportunity. Like, yes, do that shit. So I'm like, fuck it, all right. Like, he was very persistent about getting me on this show. And the club, they just kept staring at me. It's like they was in there for me. And then one of the other producers approached me. I'm just like, I don't know. It felt like a setup, but
not they set you up to get casted. You felt set up. Okay. Now, what did you hear any rumblings of any of the girls like in the club getting possibly would have been there? Like before you started filming, like did you hear like any rumblings of any other girls getting casted?
Not at all.
No, okay. And you filmed, you said a day after they made that pop-up? That's fast.
Yeah, so like I feel like they did that on purpose because it's like you have to hurry up and make this decision. You know what I'm saying?
They don't give you time.
You're gonna do it, but yeah.
Okay. Now you get there. It's the one night only, and then what was the vibe like for the Texas season for one night only? Like, what was it like? Was there tension in the air? Because we all know Zeus Network things do pop off. Like, what were you thinking getting into it?
It was first. We was sitting around for some time. So of course I ended up drinking. Like we not doing nothing. And I think on top of that, they ended up taking our phones. Just getting drunk. Okay. So it ends up telling me like, look, I gotta tell you something. You know, you my girl, y'all both cool with me, we both friends, but she's gonna end up being here tonight. So I'm like,
So you said Fetish told you that.
Fetish did tell me that.
Fetish told you that. Okay. And then what were your thoughts when she told you that? Were you thinking like, damn, should I back out now? Like it's a little like, is it too late?
No. I just started thinking like if I'm gonna do this shit, I'm gonna do this shit. And I looked at it like a storyline. And honestly, she been had me fucked up. So I'm like, fuck it. Like
it's your time to get your lick back. Okay. Now let's talk about that night. So you end up getting into it with her that night, right? We're talking about Lexi. Now, before then, you guys were working in the same club, right? So was she there the same night that they did the pop-up or no? Or do you not remember?
Okay, so while she was working in the club, I don't think at that time she was really constantly working in Onyx anymore. I think she had went to another club and made that her house club. So I like for a few months, if you know what I'm saying. So
okay, so you didn't see her like before leading up to that?
No, I didn't see her for a few months.
Okay, gotcha. Now you end up confronting her about this quote unquote pimp. For this interview, y'all, we're gonna refer him as the guy, right? We ain't gonna say no names. We're gonna say no names. Okay, so we're gonna refer to him as the guy, right? So you recently did a story time and you let us know it all. Okay, if y'all want to check out the deep detail, please head over there to her TikTok because she does let us know everything from beginning to end. So if you could give us like a quick summary of what everything that went down, because from us as a viewer standpoint watching it, it just looks like y'all fighting over a pimp. Like it's just like, oh my God, they fighting over a pimp, they fighting over a pimp. Joseline reiterates say they fighting over a pimp. So like, please give us a summary of it.
Okay, so I ended up meeting him in Onyx. First, he never disclosed he was a pimp. And he was taking me out, he was buying me stuff. It was cool. And I guess one day Lexi ended up finding out or whatever. I think she ended up going through his phone. But she went through his phone and she ended up confronting me about it. Like, oh, you fucking with my nigga, da da da. I'm like, who's your nigga? Then she ended up telling me who the guy is. I'm like, bad. Like I didn't know. Like how am I? And then she just ended up basically telling me like, yeah, well he's a pimp and if you're not paying him, you fuck. I mean like paying. I was confused at first. I'm thinking like she's talking about paying his bills or something. I'm like, I don't know nothing about that.
Right.
I find out about, the pimp lifestyle until I moved out of New York. Because in New York, that's not pushed to the forefront. That's not the norm. And I know it's pimps everywhere, but it's not celebrated out here. It's not something that's normal. That's normal. You know what I'm saying? You could catch a pimp in a hoe walking down Bissonnette and no one's gonna blink their eye. Like
so it's like you feel like it's more of like a Texas thing than like a New York thing.
It's perfect. It's cultural differences.
Okay. And then after meeting him and stuff like that, I know it was a lot of back and forth between you guys and everything like that. So at what point did you decide like, okay, like I gotta like cut this off like completely?
I had feelings for the nigga, and then it was just like he ended up putting his hands on me, and now I'm going through a DV situation. You know, I'm young, so I'm not knowing better to like really cut it off. Like, so I kept going back when I kept fucking with him.
Mhm.
I did say in the story time, I'm not gonna say exactly why I cut him off because it's kind of personal, but I did end up cutting ties with him, and then just I ended up leaving him alone.
Mm-hmm.
Then I started my business, and fucking with other niggas once again.
Right. At one point in the story time, you mentioned that like he like moved where you were. Like, did you ever think of getting anything legal done to protect yourself, or was that a part of like you moving to New York?
Okay, so when he had moved into the mall, he had moved. I think I was like on the 7th floor. He was like on the 4th, and I did want to, but I was scared, honestly. So it
Okay.
was, what the fuck am I really supposed to do? Like, I'm thinking he's gonna kill me. He already had put a gun to my head, like,
Right.
put no restraining order on him, and then he fuck around and do something to me. I'm out here by myself, and then the
Right.
friend out there was she moved back to New York, so she stayed out there for a little bit, but she ended up moving back home. So I was really out there by myself.
Okay.
Fuck around and do something that was make it worse for me. Did attempt to get restraining order at a point in time, but I didn't fully go through with it.
Okay. Now, what was your vibe like? I know at one point, she did ask you about the whole situation at the club. Like, what was it like working around each other around that time? Like, did everybody else feel the tension? Like, how was that like working around that?
We would definitely be going back and forth, arguing. We just bump each other. Like, it would just be little petty shit. She would feel like she don't have to. We would be on the same bag with each other. She'll leave me to pick up the money and then walk away. Like, real petty. Then she ended up making like a rap song. First of all, I'm the reason why she started rapping. I never said that.
Oh, you're saying you're the inspiration.
I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm so serious. Kept going, and then eventually, I guess she just stuck with rap. Like, it would be so petty to the point where there's 3 stages, right?
Mhm.
And all 3 stages, you have to hit the first one, second one, third one. She would purposely get behind me, like tell the DJ to put her on, tell the DJ to put them on so she could play her music when I'm on the second stage. If you know what I'm saying.
Oh, so the music is playing and then you both are dancing.
First stage said, but I'm also sitting here dancing on the second stage. So she's being petty, trying to make me dance fucking this song she made about me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
my God.
petty childish shit that she
Right.
kept trying. Like, that was part of the reason as well. What I did at the all black party, because I never had seen her for a while, and I felt like it was just time. And then she ended up doing some weird shit, like pulling up to the back of my crib.
Right.
And
There
she
was a
was
part of the story time, y'all. She mentions that Lexi recorded like a freestyle in her parking garage, y'all, at the top of the floor.
like a little weird shit. He's also I and I never really like took it personal. I tried not to because he was playing fucking both sides. So he was getting her to do that. But at the same time, it's like, bro, you have to be grown enough to be like, yo, like just leave it alone. Because I swear to God, I try to leave this situation alone for a long time.
Now you did go through a lot with him and stuff. Like, did you ever get like therapy for some of the stuff you went through? Because that story time, part of it was pretty traumatic.
No, I never thought I needed to.
See, this was what's wrong with us black people. We gotta get therapy.
I pretty much feel like I'm over the situation. It was just what made me talk about the situation is because what Lexi does, she likes to throw rocks and hide her hands. And she had an interview, and it wasn't only that interview I had posted on my TikTok. It was
So we're talking about the baker one when she had the cooking of the food thing. Okay.
right, but mind you, when she did that interview, I initially never spoke on it. I said something on the blogs when they had posted it, and then Kanaya ended up checking on her about it too, because it's just like, how you sitting here trying to end something, and we ended it off on the show, but you're lying on me in interviews. You know what I'm saying? So it's like want to truly end it or really be like have a friendship with me. Because if you did, you would never said none of that. And then you get in another interview and like, oh, that's not my pimp. That was Chinx's pimp, and he was just pimping other girls out. Like, bitch, what?
So just to be clear, he was never your pimp. He was Lexi's pimp.
Yes.
Okay. And you were just dealing with him, but you were not aware until later on.
Yeah, I was never aware. I should have, like I said, I should have stopped. I acknowledged that several times. Again, I had feelings for him. Cool, whatever. I lived, I learned. But it's like, don't get in your interviews like, oh, you know, that's not my pimp. When that was very much your pimp. Why in the same breath are you sitting here trying to put me down? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Be like, oh, that's not my pimp. That was Chinx's pimp. When that was your pimp. Stop playing on my top. My nigga, I was getting fucking picked on season 5 when that shit was airing. I was just looking salty because first of all, they was both picking on me online.
Oh, we talking about the pimp and Lexi.
When season 5 was airing, they was both going back and forth with me online. And he was like, oh, we was pimping you out and this, that. And he was going along with the shit. Like, that was, you know, that's her girlfriend or something. Like, nigga, stop. Like, that's not the case. Like, at all. Like, oh, yeah, you brought me this and you brought me that. And
Jesus. Now, what was the last time you ever spoke to him?
the last time I spoke to him, first of all, he did try to call my phone trying to be fucking funny after he seen my story time.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah,
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah, my phone on Instagram, FaceTime me with some bitch trying to get me mad. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? Hung up on him, but I didn't entertain it. As far as dealing with him, I've done with him since that video that I had posted on my TikTok, and I ended up because it was just like I was trying to wash my hands with the situation.
Right. Now, one thing that you also mentioned, it's a few more questions about this story time, and we done. You said at one point you were asked for a poly relationship. Did it ever go through your mind to ever want to actually do it because it would cut out the drama and the workplace stress?
No, because you're not. I never looked at Lexi like that. I'm not attracted to Lexi, so I'm not like I get down. Like, you know, I do like girls.
I want to be down.
Girl, but I'm not attracted to her. And then on top of that, I'm not paying nobody.
Right. Okay. Now, one last thing too as well. What would you say to girls? Because although we keen about a couple of stuff, it is a pretty serious story. That's why I want you guys to please check it out. What would you say to girls that are dancers that may end up in a situation that you're in? Like, what advice would you give them to like maybe try to get out of it?
It's not a game, and I like. Oh, I don't want to cry.
No. Oh, it's fine. No, but that's the real you though. You have to show that because other people watching this, it's a lot of people that follow my channel. Like a lot of them are dancers, a lot of them do OF, they do like all sorts of stuff. So it's like that I talk to them like on social media. So I know this. So this is why it's important.
Damn, maybe I do need therapy.
I told you. See?
But it's not a game. It's not something that should be taken lightly. Whether it's like a DB situation, a pimp situation, like as soon as you find out something is off, just leave the nigga alone. Like, y'all don't even know the half. I really left some stuff out, and so I had to break it down. That's why the story time's so long. It's not something that should be taken lightly. And yeah.
Thank you for at least telling us that. Because once again, like you are inspiring a lot of people. Because some people are still in that situation as we speak, especially with us watching the news. There's so many stuff that happens in regards to that. So, you know, it's important for you to express that. Now, let's move on to some more lighter. Now, let's talk a little bit of Texas, okay? This is your first on reality TV. Let's do first impressions, right? It's a little fun game. So it's only gonna be some of the girls because you gotta remember some of them come back for California. So I wanna ask you, I'm gonna say the name of the girl and I want you to say your first impressions and then what you think of them now. So let's talk about Raven.
Raven was cool. I still follow her. She's sweet, funny, body tea.
Gotcha. Now I thought she could have ran the cabaret. Do you think so?
Yeah, I could see that because she's very assertive. they would have tried her. But if it wasn't fighting involved, then I could see that.
You see that? Okay. I'm biased because her mama subscribed to me. Shout out to Raven Mama. Next one, we got Jayla.
Who's Jayla?
First, the Russian cream. The Russian dream. Russian.
So she's not running nothing.
Okay, I can hear it now. Okay, perfect. You said she's not running nothing?
No.
No, okay. Now, what was your first impression of Queen Envy?
He's cool.
Mm-hmm.
He don't like me though, because I was the one that told Joseline about
the YouTube. See, that's why I could never be on Zeus. I swear to God.
So she don't like me too much. I don't care.
Okay. Next one we got is Isis.
Bye.
Oh, we're gonna get to that a little bit later because she, there's another season. Okay. Next we got Miss K.
She's really sweet. I like. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who I am. So I like when I could click with somebody who's a real. She's a nice girl.
Okay. Now Hennessy, aka dark liquor.
Don't play no games. Not gonna lie.
Okay. And then we have Rose. First impressions of her.
At first, yeah, I liked her. Yeah, but she don't like me to fuck with Hennessy or.
Okay. Now let's talk about the beginning. So you're on the bus and stuff on the way there and stuff like that. And then at one point on the show, you end up calling out Fetish because you said she was being like too friendly with like Lexi and stuff. Do you think she was playing both sides? Like how cool were you and Fetish?
Okay, let me say this. Me and best the fucking friends, but it was just we did have a friendship and we did Lexi kind of just made it seem like she stopped talking to her for me or some shit. Like that's not what happened. We wasn't close as they were because Fetish would go over her house. I mean, Lexi would go over to Fetish house and stuff like that. But me and Fetish always had a cool relationship and we actually hung out a few times outside the club. So we were best of friends, but we were cool. Just saying.
Okay. Now, do you feel like she was during the season playing like both sides of it or like trying to instigate during the season?
Nah, she wasn't trying to instigate. I just didn't know what type of time she was on. Like I said, I have trust issues. It was just getting. Afterwards, I just felt I do be overlooking stuff. I mean, not overlooking stuff, thinking too much into stuff.
Yeah.
And after me and Lexi had our fight and talked to me, or she was kind of being standoffish. So I'm like, girl, what the fuck type of time are you on? Like, is you picking a side? Like, you know what I'm saying? But she ended up explaining me down the line. She just never got the time to talk to me about it or whatever.
Right. You know what got me about her is at the reunion when she put on the glasses to fight. When I tell y'all, I scream every time. I'm like, why is she putting on the glasses to fight?
It is funny.
That shit had me cracking up. Okay. Now let's talk about Miss K. Now, during the season, of course, they call Miss K Jigsaw and stuff. Was she bullied in the house, you feel like, or was there stuff that we did not see that she maybe were doing to the girls? Like, was Miss K bullied really in the house?
No, she wasn't saying nothing. They like to, let me tell you something. What happened is they get the backlash online and then they make up scenarios that happen behind the scenes. Kate wasn't doing shit to them bitches. Like, oh, she it was they was just trying to find a storyline, and she ended up being the weakest link, so they picked on her. But that's what get online. Erica would get online, be like, "Oh, this happened behind the scenes, and this happened, and that happened. Y'all don't know what really happened. It happened."
Ooh, so the girls be making up imaginary scenarios behind the scenes then.
Is too, like, if you want to be a bully all the way out. Because if I want to sit on the show and be a bully, I know what I'm signing up for, and I know what's going to come with it. Bitch, I'm not going to give as I say online.
Right.
That's why people respect Ivory, because she don't give a fuck. She going her all the way, to the end. And she's
right. Now let's talk about the choreography, okay? choreography, right? So Ricardo's choreography, is it easy for you to pick up, or do you think like you're on T Love's level? And also, what is your favorite dance to do?
No, I'm not on the
Uh-huh.
video.
Uh-huh.
It's not hard. It's not hard at all. But what it is we have several dances to learn. So it's hard to have it to remember
Mhm.
and then fight and then have to sit here and pick up 5 other dances. That's a lot. So
Yeah.
it's not necessarily hard to do. It's just it's a lot to pick up. Like when he's throwing a lot at you. So
And
that
y'all fading in between.
you have to keep your head in the game. Like I'll be dancing and I'm thinking like, damn, should I knock this bitch head off? I don't know if she gonna eliminate me for that. I don't know if she gonna, you never know how Joseline feeling. So
Right.
don't play yourself. Like, don't let nobody trick you out your spot. But you really have to like stay focused, keep your head in.
Right. Now let's also talk a little bit about the situation with Area 29, right? So did you make the call to Area 29 and that's how they found like the tea going on in the house and stuff like that? Like, did we ever find out who made the call?
No, they never even elaborated on. I didn't make the. I swear to God, I didn't make the call.
Chase like with me.
I don't know what the fuck. It was. They could have cut that shit out because what the fuck. And then y'all never even revealed who.
Did it? I think it's because Cabaret, that's the one show on Zeus. Like, we'll never know spoilers until it airs. Like, the girls y'all be hush hush for real, for real. Like, it'd be hard for me to find out what's the tea for the season before. I'm like, damn, like, y'all don't talk. So I think that's probably why they made it like a big thing. But yeah. Now let's talk about Rose and Henny and that whole situation. Like, was that a part of the reason why you left too? Like, did you feel like, okay, like now they just kind of like doing stuff? Like, what was the true reason you ended up leaving Texas season?
Honestly,
Mhm.
I kind of regretted what happened with Lexi. I'm not gonna lie, because I already knew the shit was gonna air. It was gonna look stupid.
Mm.
And on top of that, I'm just like, if you see season 5 compared to the other seasons, it was just so much fighting. So I'm like, what the
Just
fuck?
giving baddies.
I signed up for. You know what I'm saying? I would have understood if it was like that previously, but it's not what I signed up for. Like I thought I'm gonna have like 1 or 2 phase, like cool, and then we're gonna be dancing and popping shit. But like season 5 ended up being a lot of fighting. And I'm like, the
Mhm.
dynamic of the show is changing. I don't think
Right.
we. Why is it so much fighting? Why is it so much fighting? I don't. I don't know either, but
Now watching this season, do you feel like the right winners won? Because we had Drea, Oceans, Neek, and Hennessy that won, and they like all split it. Do you feel like the right people won?
it was Neek.
Hennessy, Oceans, and then Drea.
Yeah, why not?
When you're like, I wasn't there. Now let's talk about the reunion, the Texas reunion. Like, what were you thinking, like going into it and stuff like that? Like, were you into it? Of course, besides anybody besides Lexi, like, were you into it with anybody online around that time?
Was I? I was really just defending K. That's what
Mhm.
I remember.
And I know there was a diss track.
Yes, she did put me in a diss track, like why I didn't do this and why I didn't do that. Well, bitch, you ain't do shit either. I packed you on the bus and
And we talking about Russian.
yeah. So I'm like, bitch, don't get online popping it now. Like y'all could have popped off on the bus.
And then the beef between Rose and Henny, like the fact that you were cool with Henny, like, do you feel like a lot of it was like because of the show, or like it seemed kind of weird because it seemed so sudden? Like, what were your thoughts on that beef? Like, you being there for that short period of time.
I feel like honestly, Hennessy could have picked anybody else to beef with. Um,
Mm.
I forgot who was going to the studio. Who she
It
picked to go
was
to
I think she picked Rose. And
Rose,
then
but
she
it was
left Henny back, and then Henny said, I'll do what I gotta do to I'll go. I'd rather go there than my friend go, or something like that, to that effect. And then it became a whole thing.
my thing is it was several other girls that went as well. I think it was Rose and it was like 3 other girls.
Right.
Why didn't you say something about the other two instead of coming attacking your friend. Like, oh, you know, like it could have just been. It could have went so much differently. Even if you felt like that wasn't your real friend, or y'all never to start with, but y'all still came in together, and y'all was cool to a certain extent. My thing is, you could have picked anybody else who had time to be like, he was feeling salty about it, but
right. And then you also, this reunion, you got into it with Des. Now, a lot of the fans, especially because of this California season, they be calling her racist. They call her colorist, allegedly. What do you think about all of the stuff that they be saying about her and you getting into it with her, that reunion? Like, what was the behind the scenes when it comes to that, when it came to that?
I definitely do feel like she's colorist. I seen her on live saying something about Kanaya's nose. She definitely did.
Ooh.
So it's a lot deeper than some hair. And
Ooh.
and I'm not gonna sit here and be like it's every Dominican and Puerto Rican. It's not. But it's a few y'all that be having something to say about black women. So I see it firsthand. So
Right. I live in Miami, so I already know.
yeah, it don't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
So
Okay. Now also during this like reunion stuff like that, we see the whole Danny and Dre in the fight. What was your reaction in your mind when you saw that? When they end up fighting each other? What were you thinking?
I'm just like, did I miss something? Because it was so random. It was like it wasn't. I don't even think they went back and forth online like that. I don't think it was. It was just so out the blue. I'm just like, yeah, you know, y'all could have fought anybody else. Y'all could have been jumping people together. Like, why the fuck would y'all fight each other? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Now let's talk the end of the season. So now reunion's done, show is over. So you're like, what were you thinking? You're like, I'm never doing this show again. Like this was so stressful. Like, what were you thinking now after that first season that you did?
Okay. You know, fuck it. I ended up doing it again. You know, they come back with a bigger bag. But at first, no, I thought I was gonna be done with it, wash my hands with it, and move on with my life. And honestly, I didn't think they'd be back because you know I didn't stay too long. But
You didn't think you were gonna get that call?
no,
Okay. Okay. Now, besides the money, what made you want to come back? Like, did you want to show that like you could, you could do the doon cha cha? You can.
yeah, I can like, but it's just the way they edit stuff on TV.
Okay. Now, also, you end up going back or whatever. Like, did you hear about any of the other cast members that were potentially going to be on? Because they brought back a good amount of OGs this season.
Did I hear about anybody coming back?
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think. I don't think. I think when we're in our confessionals, they're giving us names to repeat.
Right.
So edited, they might have us edited us saying something. I did learn about it there, like Natural, Egypt, T Love, like, and like I said, I was already a fan of the show, so I'm like, oh shit, they coming back, like.
Now, what was your relationship with Henny going into this season? Because we see her in the beginning, but she's a blurred figure in the face. What was your relationship with her going into the season?
I was cool with her, and I simply bond off the fact that she's from the same city, so I could relate to her a little bit more. Like I get why she moves the way she do. That's just how we are. But yeah, we was cool. He was cool.
Now, when it comes to her leaving, did she end up contacting you when she left? Because there was a whole thing about it, about like Henny's talking to the girls. She's not supposed to be talking to the girls. Like, what really happened?
They cut out so much too, but there was a scene where I'm asked about it and I denied it at first, and I did
Mm,
like, damn, I'm not about to get kicked out for talking to somebody, but she was genuinely calling me to check up on me because somebody else was telling her information that I had got jumped. This is after the fight with Egypt and T Love. So
right.
now I'm spilling tea and I'm telling her what happened. Like, and at the end of the day, she the only one checking on me. I'm really riding it out by
You're by
myself.
yourself.
Like, it's not easy to go through all of that by yourself. Like for fucking what, almost a month. So
Mm,
sometimes I do need somebody to come find it, and if she's the one that's gonna check on me, like I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Now, who do you think was telling her tea and found out? Let's keep it a buck.
a shot I threw Neek and Diamond under the bus, but that's genuinely who Hennessy says she heard the source from. She was,
Mm.
I forgot how she said it, but basically that's okay.
Mhm.
I don't even want to make it look like I'm lying. Talking to Neek or something, and then Neek ended up telling Hennessy. I don't fucking know. I can't even
You
think
can't
about
put
what.
a name. You can't put a specific name to who was the tea spiller.
But that's what Hennessy was telling me. But me and Neek got into it because of that, because she swear I'm lying about it. But I'm like, girl, that's what Hennessy was telling me. But I feel like Hennessy was basically just throwing everybody underneath the bus because she possibly was mad about not coming back for a next season. Because you was there because you thought she was gonna come back for next season. So she probably like, if I'm not on the season, then I'm gonna throw all y'all bitches
All
underneath.
y'all getting hell from Joseline.
Like, not necessarily like jumping in all her face, but like, if you got jumped, I'm gonna look out for you. And then you sit there and possibly, I'm not gonna say for a fact, but it's only so many ways production found out soaking you. But
Mm.
for me to get thrown under the bus when I was ready to ride for you, if you was to get jumped, like you called to make alliances with me because you was scared to come back to get jumped. So
So y'all was supposed to come in as a duo.
I was gonna ride with her. Like, I wasn't gonna jump into every single one of her fight, but I told you, like, look, if you got jumped, then I got you. Fuck it.
Right. Now let's do another first impressions. This time we're gonna include California girls. Okay. So just give your first impressions about like what you thought of them just first meeting them, and of course what you think about them now. Okay. So first we got Miss Natural.
Miss Natural, she's to herself. She's very chill. She always
Mhm.
smoke. She's natural. She's to herself. She's in her own world. So
Next we got Miss Egypt. I shouldn't even ask you that. Sorry. Next. No, for real though. What was your first impression of her?
what's funny?
Uh-huh.
I was when I was coming onto the bus, but edits or whatever, and I'm like, "Hey, Egypt, I love you, Egypt," because I seen her on her season, and I actually fucked with her. But it was
Mhm.
just like, girl, you're not about to be just a dry attack me over some shit that you would have been mad about too.
Right. Which is the spitting. Okay. Now next we have T Love.
I, I mean, and I'm not gonna say too much, but she ended up apologizing at reunion.
Mhm.
But it's just like, once you do some foul shit like that, I just always look at you a certain way. So,
Right. Okay. Now next we have Gypsy.
honestly, I didn't get to know Gypsy. Like, she wasn't there long, like, at all. I was just confused on why was getting jumped on, which she didn't deserve.
Mhm. Which we're
But
gonna get into because you were in the group around the time when everything went down. So we're gonna get back, we're gonna circle back to that.
I met her at reunion, and she's a cool vibe.
All right, next we got Kanaya.
She's a sweetheart. She's genuinely a sweetheart. I like Kanaya. I fuck with Kanaya.
And then we have the hottest flame.
Again, I didn't really get to talk to her or nothing
She
like
left
that.
too quick.
Not even like I said, I was when I say I was in my room the whole
Mm.
I want to get to know nobody. I'm just thinking everybody plotting on me. You never gave me no ill intent or nothing like that. So
Next we have Jane Doe.
what's so funny is, you know what? I did confide in one person. It was Danny, and Danny and her was sharing rooms.
Mhm.
And Jane Doe, I actually like Jane Doe. She was cool. But like, I did not like that big comment. Like, I'm big, but like, damn. You said,
You feel like watching you on the show? Do you feel like you look a little bit bigger than you actually are in person?
yes, that whole the camera adds 10 pounds onto you and you look, yes, absolutely. I'd be like, God damn, like,
I'm a thick bitch.
no, for real. But I just didn't like that comment, but whatever. I just felt like she could have came at anybody else instead of me. 'Cause, like, you don't even know what's going on. You wasn't there for the bus. And you talking about I shouldn't be sneaking somebody who disrespected me. Like, lucky I ain't do worse.
Mm. Next, we have Love.
Love's pretty nice from what I know.
Mm-hmm.
And got some, traumatic issues as well.
Mm-hmm.
Traumatic past as well. So, you know,
Mm.
her good
Ne-
healing.
right. Next, we have Sky.
I actually like Sky.
Mm-hmm.
But like, bitch, how you gonna jump me? What I do? Like, I don't jump. No, get your leg back with those bitches. You gonna sit there and jump me? And I sat here and I told her I was gonna help her in another fight. It was I don't know, and that's why I
Mm.
had issues because I was just going through it for no reason. But
Okay. So you had made like a little deal with her, and then like she ended up being like, nah, and then ended up booping you anyways.
I think she was just she just wanted to leave the situation alone with them and just felt like that's how she was gonna get in their good graces was jumping me. But I'm just like, girl, I ain't never even do nothing to you. If anything, I was ready to ride with you and get jumped with you. I don't know, but whatever.
And lastly, we got G Baby.
G baby, that's girlfriend, so I don't trust her too much. I don't have,
That she with the ops. She with the ops. Okay. Now, let's get into the season. So we end up finding you about the Lexi ends up getting into it with you about like the allegations that you put out about her. And I'm gonna say allegations for legal purposes. Uh, what did you think? Like, did you feel bad ever putting it out there? Because once you put it out there, everybody was like, "Ooh,
no,
mm,
no, because
oh,
it's true.
okay."
Like, what you want me to say? First of all, when season 5 was airing, I posted her sex trafficking charge, right?
Hmm.
That got dropped. I'll give her that. They got dropped. But we not gonna act confused. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm the type of bitch. You be for me, I'm gonna go to hell with it. So if I feel like that on you, I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna post it. Like that's just how I am. You're not gonna sit here and trash talk me and violate me online and attack me with a nigga and all types sort of shit. And I'm not supposed to sit here and go below the belt. But they did get dropped.
Hmm.
I know why they got dropped. I ain't gonna say why they got dropped.
Ooh.
But don't play with me.
So, in other words, try me not say it.
Uh,
Now, another thing too, we see you and T11 stuff getting into the bus. Now, did you have any prior issues with her before the show? Like, did you ever get into it online or anything like that?
She did make up. First of all, when we was going, me and Lexi was going back on season 5.
Hmm.
She loved herself to comment underneath a post that had nothing to do with her, and was like something along the lines of Lexi don't pay that hoe no mind. I'm,
Oh,
I'm like, oh, so you trying to come back next season or something like, or you like, what's the
you
problem?
plotting?
Yeah, I don't know you from a can of paint, like the girl, but like out of it, it has nothing to do with you. So when she did that on the bus, honestly, it didn't really. Okay, so I would expect to fight her before someone spit on me, but I didn't expect for her to go that low. Like I was expecting for it to be some sort of problems, only because, like I said, she already was commenting on some shit that to her. That didn't surprise me. But what surprised me is that you just had so much animosity towards me to spit on me. I would have expected Lexi to do some shit like that
Right,
before.
right, right, right.
I'm just like, girl, I don't even fucking know you. Like, what the?
Mm.
But yeah, she ended up doing that, and yeah.
Now we see in the one night only in California, right? Now Egypt was trying to play like peacemaker. Where do you think it turned like negative, like to where like she ended up like, oh, I gotta get you too because of my sister, like because at one point she was trying to play peacemaker.
I don't think it was really she was trying to play peacemaker. She
You think it
just
was the producer saying go over there? And
they was told to do it, and that's why my shoes was off and I was ready. But yeah, I see. It's a lot of stuff y'all don't see, and especially behind. I already could tell she was gonna come for me.
mm,
She'll be sitting in the living room, right?
right.
And I pass like going to my room, and she'll just be staring at me, staring at me. I'll see just be staring at me. I'm like, girl, this is in my head. I'm like, girl, this is not jail. Like, if you
You going to your bunk?
Like, and then she just doing some shit. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, are you cool? Like, you don't even got to do all that. Like, if you want to fight, just say you want to fight. Like, I would have played along.
Okay. Now, also from your perspective, right? We see the beginning of the season, Erica and Gypsy ends up getting into it. Do you feel like from you being there, because we're only watching, so it's better to hear from somebody that was there. Do you feel like Erica was trying to like get Gypsy mad by bringing up her son's condition?
I feel like I don't know Erica, so I can't say because people this is shit and then try to disguise it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it wasn't her place to bring up because we in an environment where bitches is going below the belt. Bitches,
Right.
we fighting bitches. She didn't want that to be brought up, not because she's embarrassed, but because she's trying to protect her son.
Right.
Obviously, and then you brought it up and you told the whole world without, thinking about that. But regardless if she brought it up or not, she just needs to be aware. Like, not everybody's trying to, have stuff like that brought up.
Right. Shout out to Gypsy, y'all, who interviewed her before. Now, when it comes to this whole the white team versus the black team, what did you think about them doing the whole team versus thing? Like, were you a fan of it, or were you like this is so annoying?
I liked it. And I honestly feel like at that pool party, I felt like everybody should have stood on business and it should have been a fucking brawl.
Hmm.
In my opinion, it was too much backpedaling and like if they pressing y'all to fight y'all, I get a lot of people is not here. But if they press fight y'all and y'all on it, like we just needed, it could have been black versus white and it could have been that. I feel like that would have been funny. I don't know. I'll be like,
Like the Cabaret, the challenge version.
yeah, like it was like we all should have just y'all all should have just stood on business and we should have ran them bitches out the house if anything. Fuck.
Right. Now, one of the challenges was the rock climbing challenge. So, have you always been scared of heights? Because you
So
did not want to get down at all. Like what? Like what was in your head?
like I haven't. I swear to God, I'm not afraid of heights.
Uh-huh. But
It
that day
was
you were.
yes, like I swear to God, like it don't look that high when you're going up, but when you look down, I swear to God, everybody just looks so tiny. I'm like, no, come get the guy to come get me and help me. I'm not. And in your head, it's like yes, we're attached to harnesses, but like in my head, I'm thinking I'm a fool. I don't
Right.
know. Fuck on me. I'm like, no,
I'm
like
scared of heights, so I can't be talking shit. So I do not like heights at all.
but yeah.
Now let's talk about the situation with this whole season. It seemed like it was a lot of the girls versus Kanaya. Were there things that we did not see that maybe Kanaya was saying or doing that the girls got on her, or do you feel like it was just a lot of hating going on because she came with the bad B energy?
I can't. I really can't speak on that because
Mhm.
I what I will say they like to antagonize you because they did it with me,
Mhm.
and then they bring it up on camera like, oh, you said this and you said that. Yeah, I did say that. Now what? But I feel like
Mm.
antagonizing her and bringing up me and saying stuff about me. That's what I got from the conversations when they was showing, and then they just expected her not to say nothing.
Mm. Now let's talk about the pool party. Okay. The pool party, we end up getting Egypt coming at you and stuff like that. Like, what was going in your mind when she came at you? Because we all know Egypt, she's a tough cookie. Now, what were you thinking like when she came at you? Were you like, what the fuck?
No, the first time I didn't mind finding her. Like it was
Uh-huh.
whatever. But it was the second time. My first of all, my whole finger was like bleeding and my fingernail was off.
Hmm.
So I was really just trying to get my wig and then go back upstairs. I was done fighting. So I'm looking at security while she's like approaching me. I'm like, y'all not gonna get this. My fingernails off and y'all let her run down on me. Y'all out of pocket. But yes, like, oh Lord.
Mm. Like, were you mad at Ricardo? Because Ricardo, he the one who brought her out. Like, I would have thought Ricardo's the op at that point because it's like you setting me up.
Oh, the second fight at the after I got out the bushes because we fought twice.
Oh, when in the house. Oh, yes, yes, yes.
I wasn't talking about the outside the venue.
The venue. Okay, bet. Okay. Oh yes, I remember now. Okay. Now this season, Jocelyn and like Nee kind of went at it a lot of times and stuff like that. Like, what's your experience working with like Nee? Do you feel like she does not listen like some of the other girls were saying and Jocelyn was saying, or like what was your experience like working with her like during like the rehearsals and stuff? Because it always seemed to happen during rehearsals.
She's very prima donna divas. Like that's and she don't give a fuck. But I can respect it though, cause she's like that on and off camera. A lot of people act like they not like that, and then play for camera like they so sweet and they so down to earth. No,
Right.
but I could respect it with me.
Now, dude, at one point she also said like she felt like, so I guess some of the girls went to her and said that Nick is running the girls. Did you see that? Like, did she have like control over them or anything like that?
She do be. At least Erica and Dust, they be following after her like Lowe's puppies.
Okay. That's probably what she was referring to, you think?
Yes.
Okay. Now, one scene, Danny was helping you with the dances and stuff like that. Like, was that somebody you considered yourself like somewhat close to, at least filming in California? Because I know you're mostly by yourself, but was that
Yeah,
somebody that, yeah.
absolutely. Cause when we was filming, she was definitely somebody I forgot to mention that. At first we was definitely chilling. We was drinking in my room, we was smoking, and she was confining me. I was confining her. So yeah, and then she was helping me with my dances a lot, which I do appreciate because if I didn't know anything, like she definitely did help me a lot.
Her period. Now, what happened during the breakfast scene that we did not see? Because you end up serving Tila breakfast with bed. I'm so mad they didn't have the cameras up. I was like, damn, what happened?
It was not a scene. It was actually I was really trying to get my breakfast,
Uh huh.
go about my day. But here come T Love popping shit like what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Like, bitch, what's happening? It's fucking morning time. You coming with this? So she was popping shit and I just mushed her in the face with my food because you playing with me. It's too early for this shit. Like
It's 8 in the morning.
like save the shit for the do too much. Like I hate that because it's just like, okay, we gonna do the TV shit, we gonna do the TV shit. Keep it for TV. But the one time like we able to all come together and I get my peace of mind, you wanna come fucking ruin it. Like you dragging it.
Okay. That's crazy. Now, also, we end up seeing you end up getting like jumped and stuff like that. Like, do you feel like this season was too much about fighting versus the dancing? Because that was a big complaint I saw with some of the fans. So, what did you think now after watching the season?
I definitely first of all we do dance and we dance a lot. But it's the way they're editing it. And I just feel like it needs to be a better balance. Like if people don't mind the fighting, fighting
Right.
is like a fight every now and then. But I feel like the purpose of the show is definitely being lost.
Hmm.
We wasn't being shown dancing like that at all.
So there was a lot of rehearsals that we did not see, like post edit.
Yes, a lie, a lie, a lie, a lie, a lie, a lie. And I just
Oh,
it needs to be shown more. People want to see that. That's what makes our show stand out because we're not only fighting, we're dancing. We're actually here for a purpose. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Being this cabaret and going on tour. So it's just like why cut it out? I don't know. I just probably feel like probably a competition thing
Hmm.
or
Yeah.
ratings. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like hopefully next season find a better balance with that.
Right. I'm gonna be so mad if were there dance offs cut off like when she put two girls into dance off against each other because I'll be pissed.
I don't think necessarily dance offs is definitely more
Right.
solos out cut out. Um Girls that do pole was cut out.
Mm.
We did have one time when we had to all like go on stage and do like a dance that was cut out, and I think
Oh.
I look so dumb. I hope
You're like, thank God.
they got that little cut out, but yes, it was a lot of dancing that was cut out, and I just feel like, damn, like if we're showcasing talent for the girls who can dance, why not show that? You know?
Mm. Right. All right. Now also we end up seeing you a lot missing rehearsals. So what would you be doing that you would miss rehearsals? Some of the fans wanted to know this.
Okay, so remember I told you like
Mhm.
being fighting everybody now, and I'm beefed up with. They don't like okay. For example, you see how T Love they didn't get that little one scene. You just see me like popping shit
Yeah.
and walking. See how they didn't get that? I think they was just trying to separate me to where we just keep it for cameras because I was beefed up with everything. So when I was in my room, they had to keep security in front of my door. So they would tell us to be ready. Let me give y'all an example. So say they tell us to be ready for our scene like 2:00. I'll be ready for this, but I'll go back to sleep because production won't come and get you till like 4 or 5. Y'all not coming to get me on time. What the fuck am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to sit here and wait around?
Right.
I feel like
I guess they want you to peek out the door like
low key doing it on purpose. Like I don't know.
Okay.
I'll be ready, but I was just had to wait. I had to wait to be called to the scenes, and every time I was called to the scene, I was late. And I feel like
Right.
it's low obvious too because if I was late all the time, why didn't Joseline been send me home?
Right. That is, I was just gonna say that. That's true. She would have sent you home for sure. Cause the Love Girl I think was missing rehearsals and she sent her home because she wasn't in the right health. So you're not lying about that. Now also one
Yes.
person, the whole situation with like the text messages. I know we talked about it for a little bit. When y'all were outside of that rehearsal venue, do you think did you know that was gonna be brought up by any chance?
No.
At all?
He
Okay,
was like,
so you're like really caught off guard.
yeah, why you think I was deleting messages?
Wait a minute. Okay, let's talk about that. When you was deleting the message stuff like that, so were you trying to do it on the slide, or were you like, oh shit? Like, what was the thought process to do it something like that? Because Jocelyn really could have snatched it out your hand.
Oh, they gave me my phone to unlock, but while I'm locking it, I go into the phone and I delete. Like, I just slid over and delete the whole thread.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It was funny when they played the confessional and you like, did they show?
My answer, like, why would y'all show me laughing? But
Jocelyn probably watched that like, see, I knew that bitch sneaky. You know Jocelyn was hot when she saw that.
I took it as a joke. But I deleted it because it's just like I'm not about to be sitting here kicked out because of no other bitch. Like, fuck that. You not catching no dirt on me. But I didn't want to get eliminated.
Right.
So we just deleted real quick. It was really nothing to hide. Alliances with her, but that wasn't to necessarily go against Joseline. Necessarily try to fight Joseline. I know Hennessy say that she was gonna fight her, this, that, and the third, but I was never planning on putting hands on her, or fighting her, nothing like that. I was just gonna have her back if they was to jump her. That's what
Right.
I'm gonna do.
And
But
then Danny ends up getting you. So like, what was it like afterwards? Were you like, oh, I'm gonna get you back? Because like I said, we didn't get to see a whole lot when it comes to y'all too after that. Like, what was that?
yeah, I mean, fucked up. I did get her back, but it was off camera. I fucked her up.
Oh, oh my God. Wait, off camera where?
It was after one of our performances, and we had went to the club afterwards. And we had got into the van, and she had said some shit. Then she swung on me again. I'm like, this little bitch keep playing with me because I had enough heart to spare you. And then you snuck me or you did some bullshit. I let it go, whatever, because it genuinely hurt me when she did that shit. Because you was the only one I was fucking with in the house. I was confiding
Right.
in you. Yes, I lied to you, but girl, you ain't my mom. So the sprinters is like they had 1, 2, 3. And I think she was like in the second, and I was in the first row. So she swung on me, and I dodged it, and I got in the fucking second seat, and I fucked her little ass up. Cause stop playing with me. But like I said, this was a time when we went to the club after one of our performances, so it wasn't nothing that
To
was
be recorded.
recorded. No one knew that was gonna happen.
Ah. That's crazy. It's so much stuff that be happening like BTS that some people don't be knowing about. Now we get to the end of the season, right? So you and Lexi end up making up, right? But now you guys are not cool no more. So like, Was it due to social media? Was it due to the podcast? Was it due to the interview? Like, what was the reason why, like, y'all end up, like, kind of not beefing again, but y'all don't really with each other like that? Like, it's not cordial no more.
So yes, I ended up giving her the apology because it wasn't nothing that I really meant, because it was just really because I know that's what the fans wanted us to see. I know they us to move past the situation. I know that she was lying, but you just let it go. I let it go, and then you continuously get into the interviews, sitting here talking about the pimp situation, throwing shade, lying about the situation. This not my pimp. This is Chinx pimp. All right, let it go. Then you keep going. So it's just like you don't really want to get past the situation. You want to continue to knock me down and throw shade on me, and it's like you're not a sincere person. It's like which ones do you want? Because you can't say in the same breath, "Oh, I want to move past the situation," and have Kanaya try to like mediate the shit, and then you're still throwing shade in the interview. I would have if somebody would have asked me about this shit in the interview the first time, I would have been like, "We passed it, we left it alone, that's it, and moved on." That's what you should. Or if you was gonna tell the story, you should have told the full story. Don't sit there and start lying. That was my problem. But whatever. She gonna spin it to, oh, um, I had to go against her. Like,
right. Okay, because from the fans' perspective, they're thinking like, oh, she's still trying to get Lexi back because she done took a friend from Lexi. She took Kanaya from Lexi. Like, what do you have to say to those fans?
y'all delusional. But if y'all paying attention, like, yes, I snapped on Kanaya, but I only snapped on Kanaya because it's like I was tired of talking about the situation. And obviously, from the story time, it's a sensitive topic for. And what y'all don't know is Zeus play with edits, so I could be like, "This is not my pimp." They're gonna take me saying pimp and connect it with something else. That's how they want. So I really wasn't trying to elaborate on the situation, and that's why I woke the fuck out of the scene. That wasn't no hate towards her. That wasn't be mean towards her, but it just kind of came off as that. And I do apologize once again. You know, I did apologize to Kanaya for that because that's not who I am as a person. Defensive about the situation, and then on top of that, like I said, Kanaya, Lexi likes to tell lies. So I already knew that she was lying to Kanaya about the situation. And so, and the other girls as well. So I don't like to talk about it. It's just like, if y'all want to believe her and go hear it again. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like pushing people away and I didn't want to talk about it. But, wait, I forgot where we was going with this.
Well, yeah, so that's what ended up no, you said you answered it. That's what it basically caused, like the fallout because of the podcast and stuff like that she did. Like you wasn't feeling that.
They're trying to make it seem as if me and Kanaya just started being friends. If you see and if you pay close attention to the scenes, I'm actually clapping for her when she did her she ran her rounds with Danny and Andrea, and I'm like,
right.
she's sticking up for her, like, because I see what type of person that she is. And when she was doing that situation with me and Lexi, I could see that she actually was trying to have us come together, and it wasn't meant from no ill will. That's why I never held it against her. But me and Kanai we was cool. We was cool. We wasn't necessarily friends, but we was cool in the house. Like, it was never no ill will. Like, even afterwards, we would comment on each other's pictures on Instagram. We would send each other stuff on Instagram. We was cool. So Lexi's trying as if she just stopped being her friend because now she's cool with me, which is weird. When she was sitting here trying to make us all come together because y'all wanted the trio, the AI picture was floating around.
Right.
Y'all fiending for a trio. Like, she was like, okay, let's do it. But Kanaya actually got to experience Lexi on her own when she was on tour. The whole reason why I was never seen with them because I never went on tour. So of course you're not gonna see me in a picture with her till now because we just did a reunion and we ended up going out afterwards.
Right.
She just ended up falling out with Lexi because of her own reason. That had nothing to got to experience on her own. And she says she's a bitch. Which I like
Because you knew that because you of course worked with her before.
I worked with her before, so I know how she is, and I'm just like, I'm not surprised. I'm not the type of person to tell you to stop fucking with somebody. I'm gonna let you experience that on your own. And then she
Right.
got tired of her. She would just say like, she would tell me she would do weird stuff that a friend wouldn't do. Like, I'm gonna bring up one example. Um, she had told me Bunna B had ended up commenting on one of her pictures,
Oh, okay.
and she would show Lexi, and Lexi would just like say like, "Oh, why you ain't comment under mine?"
Oh,
As a friend, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And be telling you shit, bitch. You need to get a feature out of her. Like, you know what I'm saying? She lit right now. You know?
Right.
You don't say stuff to people like that when you want to see, when you're a friend to them and you want to see them grow and elevate and this, that, and the third, because that's what friends want for each other. You don't say
Right.
that and expect her not to side eye you and be taken back by it. You know what I'm saying? And she got to see it for herself. She didn't stop being friends because of me. Like, what?
Because people like there's some people running with the narrative online because the text Kanaya sent Lexi talking about, oh, my morals don't align with you or something like that, right? That she texted Lexi. So Lexi, I saw online, she said that, oh, it's because now you hanging with Chinx.
I think she's trying to spin it because of the story. Like, oh, now she found out the truth and this, that, and the third. She didn't say her morals didn't align with her because of that. Her morals don't align with the type of person you are. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
It wants to say something else that it's not. Like, I don't know. Everybody knows how Lexi is. She does shit for cameras and TV and to make it look good when it's beneficial to her. Because, like I said, if it was like any bit of genuine, you wouldn't have did what you did and got in interviews just shading me after we already apologized and squashed the situation. You know what I'm saying? like you like to
right.
do throw rocks, hide your hands, and then act like somebody's against you. I don't give a fuck about you. Like in reality.
Now
Correct.
let's talk about the Bubbles challenge. Were you aware that Oceans was recording you?
No. A bit of the footage.
They didn't show the footage. You didn't watch the episode, but they didn't show the footage.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't show the footage at all. They just they had her say it. Like she said it on camera, like, oh, I recorded you. And then like they didn't actually like show it.
I'm surprised. Um, she's sneaky. I said they like to antagonize you behind the scenes and expect you not to say nothing. The
Mhm.
reason fucking shit, it wasn't out the blue. Me sat there and brought up my nose, being broke, trying to be funny, trying to throw it in my face, like, that's why your nose is broke. Just talking mad shit. This is the same day after I fought Danny on that bus. The scene that was like after the
Not
club,
sure. Right.
drunk, and after I fought Danny, whatever. Now she's starting with me again, and she brought up my nose being broke, told me about it, and I ended up saying like, "Fuck that bullheaded asshole," just talking shit. But y'all antagonizing me, and I'm drunk on top of that. So I'm popping my shit. I didn't just bring Egypt out the blue to bring her out the blue. I'm not no weirdo. I'm not even thinking about the girl. She wasn't even
Mm,
on our. She was on a whole nother bus. But like I said, they like to antagonize you and then sit there and bring it up in scenes. Bitch, no. Like tell the truth. Tell what happened. But
right.
that's what happened. Some petty elementary ass shit.
Now let's talk about the winner. Who do you feel like? How do you feel about the winner? And who do you think should have won besides yourself?
Okay, so like I said, I feel like the show is losing the plot. And if we're generally talking about dancing, like who came in like hot with the dancing and it was putting up with stuff and fighting for the side, I would have said Kanaya. But if we're just talking about who's just putting up with bear shit, I would have said myself. But like I said, it's a dancing show, so I wouldn't be surprised if they book chose Kanaya, but surprisingly they did it.
Mm. Really, and I've been saying this on my video. I thought it was gonna be between you, Kanaya, and Lexi. Only because Lexi got better at dancing. I thought it was gonna be the three of y'all. But to see the finals, I was like,
Obviously it didn't go too well because look now.
Right. Which we can't, I ain't gonna say, I ain't gonna let you say it, but y'all, I said it in another video. So yeah, we ain't gotta talk about that. Now let's talk about the reunion. Okay. Of course, we can't talk about it specifics because when y'all will see this, the reunion has not aired yet. So the spoilers are all over. I have a whole video titled Johnson Cabaret Reunion Spoilers. So it's like not too much. So there was a lot of said about this reunion, y'all, right? And a lot that was done. So what would you compare it to the last Texas reunion? Like, do you think this reunion is more crazy?
Surprisingly, I felt like it was more maturity going on.
Mm.
I don't know if it was out of a place of people being genuine or they was just getting too much backlash online to where now they don't want to go against the person who's fan favorite.
In the beginning, it was like rowdy, but then at the end, y'all got some like dialogue in.
Oh, and there was a whole dance off, which I feel like that's my favorite part of the reunion.
Oh, for real? Cause yeah, I heard somebody dance off, like audience dance off.
I hope they had it was a cute dance off.
Now let's talk about the whole situation in regards to Kanaya. Now, I know we talked about it briefly. So one of the fan questions is, do you feel like what do you think about people thinking that you're only liking Kanaya to spite Lexi?
It's cap. It's like we already had a relationship. She knows this. She's just trying to spin a narrative. Me and Kanai always been cool on some accord. I just didn't her like that because, like I said, I haven't been on tour at
Right.
all. So of course we're not gonna be in pictures till now. Everybody like, oh, now you want to be friends with Kanai because you felt like no. Honestly, we're not the only people that sees it. Like Lexi is not a nice person. That shit is an act on TV.
Mm.
I already know that, but I was willing to try again. Mature enough to try again, like you seen in my story time. We try to squash this way before TV. It's just like I can't I can only do but so much. Like it just never gets anywhere. And I'm
Right.
here acting like it ever will.
Right. I do think you moving though, I feel like was like a lot of women would not do what you have done. So you really should be proud of yourself because for you to move to your home state and then out of that like toxicity, that is like that's really good. That's really smart of you to do. Like literally. You think didn't stand on business the most during the reunion?
Baby,
You said who?
baby.
Oh, she didn't stand on business.
God, when I say Sky was putting BTA by herself, like it was a few other people that helped her, but you would have thought G Baby would have been right there riding with her, being the fact that they were friends and this, that, and the third. And he was screaming, my arm in the house. And you would thought she would have had the same energy for her at the reunion. She was kind of being pussy. So.
So you would say G Baby didn't stand on business and Sky stood on the most business.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And then who is going to surprise the fans the most at the reunion?
Sky.
Oh, damn. That means she whooped some ass, y'all.
I'm like, God damn. But
that's that contract frustration.
yeah, that was brought up and stuff like that. So y'all gonna see like the light was really shed on Sky's situation and Jocelyn's situation for the most part in the beginning of the reunion.
Right.
Then the apologies and this, that, and third towards the end. So.
Now let's get into some fan questions. So the entertainers asked us some few questions. That a couple of them are messy, some of them are related to the show, some not. Now, Gorgeous Doll, y'all. I don't know if you know her, but she is suing Magic City for apparently this promoter that was there by the name of Baller who would take caps from dancers. Have you ever experienced something like that to where like you've been in a club before and like unnecessarily getting taken from the amount of money you make at the end of the night? And what do you think about that whole situation?
For one, I myself before it was Show Palace. I didn't go all the way through with it. we came to a settlement. So I know why she did it. These clubs like to play a lot of games, and
Hmm.
definitely, so I don't blame her at all. Yes, they sit there and take 10%, 20% of our bag sometimes. Y'all asking for house fees. We gotta tip house mom, security, this, that, and third, which is understandable, but all that 10% off bags and 20%
Mm.
supposed to be taking any of our earnings after we pay our house fee, up front. So, a lot of clubs get away with it because we keep coming back.
Mm,
Honestly,
okay.
no,
With the suit, do you think she's gonna have a take a W with it? Because it's a big suit,
she it out. Shit.
right?
Maybe a lessons to stop playing.
Right. That is true. Now, would you ever do baddies?
No,
Oh, she cabaret wasted. Okay. We love the loyalty. Okay. Which new girl do you think didn't belong on the show?
I'm trying to think. I don't know. Maybe Hulk Hogan.
Okay. Okay. Good, because you feel like she wasn't a dancer, she's a wrestler.
Wrestler, and then she didn't stay too long as well. She said something was going on with her arm, and you know, trying to protect her career and this, that, and third. So,
Right.
maybe wrestling and trying to be funny and yeah, for real.
This one's a good one. Which cabaret girl do you think would be most likely to backdoor Joseline?
Hmm. I don't know. I feel like every time somebody falls out with Jocelyn, it'd be like they righted this, they suing her. So
Right.
if they all will.
Now,
I
do you go ahead? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said I wouldn't, even though they
Okay,
probably
period. She loyal, y'all. The fact she said she wouldn't do baddies, y'all, she loyal. Dead ass. Now, okay, what did you think about Dez's and Erica's relationship? Do you think it was real or do you think it was for the show?
it's possibly real because she dated Melissa, so that's is genuinely gay.
Okay.
It could be real. I don't know. I'm not too sure, but
Hmm. You're not a fan of them, so it don't matter. If you could pick a city for the next cabaret season to be in, what city we going to? We going to what? Miami? We going back to Miami? What are you thinking? Colorado? What are you thinking?
we need to go to Puerto Rico.
Ooh,
Yes,
international.
the yes,
Ah, I like that.
yes.
I
Like,
do feel like next season should be an all-star season. Like I feel like it would only make sense. I'm not gonna lie. I feel
um,
like to bring new girls with OGs, it would just be like, they need to do an all-stars. That's just how I feel.
cause the OG, I mean, not the OGs, the new girls. Sometimes when they bring in new girls, it's like it's not too much standing on business. The only people that was really standing on business is Sky and Kanaya. Everybody else
Right.
faded off into the background or got
Or
kicked out.
quit. Yeah. I do feel like to set off, like before Jocelyn does New Girls, they need to just do one like Baddies is doing. They doing like an All Stars before they start bringing in New Girls again. Like I feel like that to me would make the most sense. So who do you think is the worst dancer of the cabaret?
T Love.
How did you get that video, by the way?
Um, Ricardo, and he sends it to our phone so we could practice while we
Oh, so Ricardo records it and then like keeps it for like okay.
airdrop so we could like practice it on our own terms. And she just had me extra super fucked up. So I'm just like, I'm gonna get this bitch and I'm gonna go.
Mm. Now, if you could do this season again, California, what would you do differently?
Is it something different? Nothing.
Nada. Okay.
Because I said what I said and I did what I did.
Period. One person asked, this funny, y'all. They said, do Egypt hits hurt?
Not gonna lie, like when I really, really felt it was when she snuck. I was like, God damn.
Or when she snuck you on the in the rehearsal space? Okay.
But like, no, she's heavy handed as fuck. Those biceps, did you see when they panned over the camera? Um, Do you not see the biceps? Not see them? Yes, they hurt.
Oh my God. Now, someone asked, did you ever play with any of the girls in the house? And we talk about, did you ever play with any of the girls in the house? Happy fun time.
Nah.
No, they're not your type.
It's not even that. I just, no, they ain't my type. But
Hmm. All right. Now, Egypt posted a photo of the whole situation with you and T Love after a fight, like a video. What happened with that situation? Because some people were saying like, "Oh, that's how we know it's not real." Blah 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 blah. Like, where around what time was that?
that was directly after we fought, actually. See, they like to play games. If it was ever from a genuine place, y'all wouldn't have recorded in several little different spots of the little
They were setting you off.
they would just come to me and they was like, this is just TV and it's that and third. We don't want you to take it seriously. And they was all apologizing and stuff, and it's that and third. And the whole time y'all was recording me. T Love comes over to me and she was like, "Oh, Egypt wants to dance
Mhm.
on," because we already danced on each other as it is. So I gave her that. But I didn't mind playing along with the game, because at the end of the day, Jocelyn watches and she's super serious on when the camera's cut off, just leave it alone. You know what I'm saying? Because she has to see that you're able to go on tour and be cordial with each other. I didn't make it to the tour, but I'm already knowing she's not playing none of those games. Like, you would get kicked off tour. Just like with Hennessy and Rose when they fought, Hennessy was kicked off tour. And when she first ended back up on tour, was at the flow.
Mm,
You have to leave it alone. That's
right.
Cabaret sister stuff, seriously. So I try to play along with the little game and then whatever.
Right. Now, did they ever cut out you attacking Oceans? Because Oceans claimed that's why she wanted to fight you. What happened?
She wasn't talking shit, but I could have sworn when I was fighting Egypt, I heard somebody put it, but mind you, I'm cool with Oceans. So I was kind of taken back by it. So when I seen her, I kind of just swung off on her. Cause I just felt like everybody in the house is against me. I'm like, fuck it. If I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go out with a bang. I don't care no more. Like, fuck it. We going all out. Was I wrong? Yes, I was wrong. And I actually ended up saying sorry to her for that. Cause I could have gave her a fade if I was really feeling some type of way. But yeah, I was dead wrong. And I ain't mad that she wanted to fight. So
Okay. Now, let's get into some after show questions. Now, of course, would you come back for another season now after this season has wrapped?
yes. But I'm just hoping they don't take me through there again.
You hope you got some allegiances.
Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, I will come back if it's worth it. Yeah.
Gotcha. Now, what's next? Like after the cabaret, like, are you working on any like business stuff that you want to let us know about? Like any products or anything that you want to promote?
Um. Actually, if you was watching my story time, and I do plan on restarting my boutique. I'm taking my time with like doing it because I just don't want to rush in and it flop once again.
Mhm.
Um, yes, I do plan on doing my boutique again.
Boutique. Okay, period. Now, where can we find you like on like social media and stuff like that, all social media platforms? Are you gonna be hopping on like because the story time was very detailed. By the way, you need to put that together and put it on YouTube. Okay, I'm gonna help you. But would you are you hopping on like the like content creation wise or anything like that?
You talking about doing YouTube?
Yeah, like YouTube, more TikTok, more like Twitch, stuff like that.
You know what's so funny? I always said I wanted to do Twitch. I feel like I'll be so funny on Twitch, and I'll
You
have,
would.
but
Are you a gamer? Do you game? You don't even have to game on Twitch either.
no, you could just go around doing your own thing. But
Right,
I'm not a gamer, but I'll be open to. I used to play games, so
right.
that's what they want. I would definitely be open to doing Twitch. Um, and TikTok, they be telling me to post more on TikTok. Yeah. I'll do TikToks.
Okay, period. Now, one last thing, anything you want to say before we end it off? Anything you want to let the entertainers know, the fans of the show? Like, what do you think?
I feel like they know everything.
Mm-hmm.
I
You're like so shy.
know outgoing and stuff though.
Uh-huh.
No, what you see is what you get, for real.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm an open
Period.
book.
Right.
So,
All right.
that's it.
Thank you so much for doing this interview. Like, I really, really appreciate it. You really answered all of my questions. So I'm here for it. Okay. So thank y'all so much. Please make sure to follow Chinx, you guys. All of her social media will be in the comments and the description box below. And we out, y'all.
Welcome to the